Hi, it's Nettura. Welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a bit more of a vulnerable one. It's gonna feel a little strange because I don't usually get very vulnerable on the internet, but I'm gonna get into something that happened to me pretty recently actually. That I just fuck, I feel heavy. I feel that I have to keep talking about it. I have to talk about it because it's like killing me inside and I just need to open up about it. And I'm sure this is not gonna do me any good professionally. I'm not doing this to I know if people see this, there will be comments. Yeah, attention seeker, blah, 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 whore. Yes, but I'm not doing this for attention. I don't know why I have to preface this. I just literally, it's stuck in my chest and I just need to let it out. And I feel like the people in my life that I've told, very, very, very few, didn't really take it so seriously. And I don't know if they didn't take it seriously or if they didn't know how to respond. So they gave me a very insensitive response to it. But I just feel like I need to speak about it. So yeah, some disclaimer, trigger warning, sexual assault. Another disclaimer, I'm still very, very sick, so I sound shit, I'm sorry. And another disclaimer, I'm gonna be fixing my nails while talking because I just need to concentrate about something. I need to concentrate on something small while I'm processing and talking about this because it's very heavy. It's very, very heavy. And I'm like, while I'm sitting here, I can fix my nails. I got sexually assaulted on the job. It's no laughing matter, but it's fucking absurd, to be honest. So I quit my job, actually. I was working in a bar. I quit my job. I quit for a variety of reasons. But some were personal, some were about the job. But one of the reasons were actually because I got sexually assaulted on the job by a customer, and I felt like every time I went to work, I felt horror. I felt terror. I was in terror. Little backstory. I'm 20 years old. The first time I was sexually assaulted, I think I was 13. Yeah, I was 13. So I've also been raped before, not once, not twice. So I thought, this is really silly for me to think, but I thought that if it ever had to happen to me again, obviously I'm not thinking like, this is gonna happen to me again. No, but I had this belief in me that, if it were to happen again, I know how to handle it. I'm resilient enough to know how to deal with it, kind of, because I've dealt with it so much that I thought that I would be resilient enough, man. I really did, but I realized that truly age does not make you stronger. Age does not make you stronger. The amount of traumatic experiences that you have does not make you more resilient to new traumatic experiences. It does not make you fucking immune whatsoever. And I'm having a lot of trouble stomaching this. And no, I will not pay a percentage of my rent to have one therapy session about it. I'm sorry, I can't afford therapy. I genuinely can't. So yeah, that's what's happening. I don't feel like I have to go to therapy and fucking tell them, oh, this happened to me, because if I do that, they're gonna make me make a whole police report and get me through the whole patriarchy system about it. And to be honest, I've already been through court stuff about domestic abuse and sexual assault, And woman, the female police officers I was telling my story to, turned it against me and told me, well, he didn't hit you, honey, it's okay. If he didn't hit you, he never did anything wrong to you. And I was like, well, he drugged me and raped me, but he didn't hit you, so there's nothing against him. I have proof. There's nothing against him. So this is the reason why I don't want to like actually talk about it, you know, in a legal manner, in a professional manner, because I had already been through so much of this shit, and to be honest, it fucking ruined my life, okay? Being abused, being victimized, ruined my life, not the perpetrators. So anyways, I'm getting heated up, and I was like freezing before this because I'm hypothermic right now, but I'm getting like heated up and angry about it now. But anyways, let's finish my current experience, you know. I was at work. I worked at a bar. Not the barista. I was the person like in the front, you know, dealing with the people. And this was like nearing the end of my shift, basically. Wasn't the end, but it was like between the middle and the end of my shift, if you know what I mean. Like the climax, the most busy it is, and then like when it starts to dip down, that's the time that this happened. I was helping carry some bottles to the bar. I was helping, and obviously there's like a bunch of people in the bar, like on the dance floor, right? So I had to navigate through them to put the whatever I was carrying. Honestly, it's so hazy to me, this part, like before it happened, it was really hazy, but I know I was carrying things to the bar, and obviously there wasn't much that I could move around. There's so many fucking people. I had to like and like push them with my feet and posture to hand the stuff. But anyways, at this moment I'm still carrying the things, so I'm like, you know, carrying things here, carrying these here, and I'm just like this, carrying whatever I was holding. And this fucking man, okay, I see this man, and mind you, I'm literally 5'2", okay? I'm 158 centimeters tall. I'm pretty small, okay? I'm not tiny, but I'm pretty small, so most men are a whole lot taller than me. So I'm already intimidated when I'm faced with men. I'm already intimidated because they're towering over me. Like I'm short. Like I'm intimidated. So I was already intimidated when this really tall man, he wasn't an average height, he was pretty tall, towered over me, right? And I'm just here, like in front of him, and I have nowhere to go, and he's towering over me. And I was like, you know, in that moment he freezed, and he was like trying to tell me something. So in my head, I logically did this, right? And I was like, oh, he wants to ask me for something. He wants to order or ask me for a cup or a tissue or where's the bathroom or how long till you close, or you know, I'm thinking of things that people ask me when they give me a sign that they are trying to talk to me. So I go in next to his ear to like hear what he has to say. Like I go, like his face is like up here, and I'm like trying to hear what he wants to tell me, and he doesn't say anything. So I'm like confused in this moment. This is the moment where it happened. I'm logically in my mind trying to hear, and I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? I can't hear your voice. Like I can't hear any air coming out of your mouth. I can't hear you telling me something. And that's the moment I realized where he wasn't telling me anything. He had his hand up my dress while I'm carrying things, knowing that I can't push him away because I would drop everything on people. was wearing a dress, and it was till right above my knee, and I was wearing tights. Not the thick school tights, you know, those kind of wool ones, but the more sheer ones. That's the ones that I was wearing. You know, yeah. He not only grabbed my ass, not only that, okay? Like, you know, if someone grabs your ass in a club, as a girl, the first thought you have, which is really fucked up, the first thought you have is like, oh, their hand slipped. They bumped into me. You know, that's the first thing a girl would think. Because we don't want to willingly be like, oh, men are out to get us. You know, we're gonna, oh, it's a mistake. No. And my mind went to like, I'm feeling something. Oh, it's a mistake. He slipped. I don't know. But another second passed, and obviously when a second in real life passes, like 10 seconds in your mind pass, because your mind's like way faster than your perception of reality, than your reaction time, you know. So another second passed, and I skipped to the thought, the noticing of, not only is his hand under my dress touching my ass, but he shoved his fingers in between my crack over my tights into the space between my asshole and my vagina. Oh, my neck's like fucking tense. Like I'm just angry inside of my bones. Like I'm not angry. I'm like angry in my bones, because I'm like, why did it take me so long? Why did it take me so long to realize? Because it wasn't a split second of it happening. It happened for a couple moments, right? Because I didn't realize. I kept giving the benefit of the doubt. And then when I stopped giving the benefit of the doubt, enough time had passed. Yeah. And I, like, pushed him with my shoulder when I realized, like, wait. I froze, and I bumped him with my shoulder. And I tried to move away, and, like, I was like, I don't know if I turned away or if I put the things, like, jumped to the bar to put the things and then turned away. Not sure, to be honest. One of those things, right? And he fucking grabbed me again. He grabbed me. I don't know from where, but he grabbed me, like, from somewhere up here. He grabbed me, like, you know when you, like, hold a cat out by their head? Like, that's how I felt. I felt like I'm grabbed by a giant. Like, that's how I felt. Like, that's how infantilizing and demeaning it was, that I felt like he was putting this on me, that I'm nothing and he can grab me and take me as to whatever he pleases. Yeah. Anyways, grabbed me. Obviously, I'm back next to him because he grabbed me, and he's a big man and I'm a little lady. So, yes, he managed to bring me back next to him. Unfortunately, I didn't have the strength to fight him off of that one. And I was also frozen. So, like, when I'm in fight or flight, I'm the freeze type of person. I'm the freeze and fawn rather than the fight person. I freeze, I fawn. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Am I real? Am I retarded? Like, do I know that this is happening? Like, I'm stupid. I let this happen. Oh, I'm really stupid. I'm really stupid. Like, I freeze and I berate myself. Okay, that's how I grew up dealing with things because of what I've been through. So he grabbed me, and in that moment I froze again, and I was like thinking to myself, and I'm like, this is all my fault, this is all my fault, this is all my fault. If only I was stronger, I could have pushed him. If only I wasn't a stupid fucking woman. And that's where the internalized misogyny comes in, because when you're still victimized as a woman for being a woman, you start hating being a woman. This is all because I'm not a man, okay? Well, it's like, yes, it is, yes, but it's not your fucking fault. It's not your fucking fault. But in that moment, it's all your fault, you know, that's how it is. That's how you feel. But yeah, anyways, grabbed me. First he grabbed me and he pulled me to him. Then, what does he do? So, what do you say? He calculated this on purpose in order for me to not escape him. Grabbed me, and then he held me, and he went like this. So I can't fight it off me because he's like about to choke me, kind of, right? So I would panic and freeze more. He was smart, okay? And when I tell you what happened and then what happened after, you will know why I'm saying this man is really fucking smart, unfortunately, and very fucking calculating, and why he got away with what he did. What he does, actually, because it seemed like he knew what to do enough to have done it a lot of times. Anyways, whole arm around me, okay? And the hand is, so his arm was big, so it went completely around me, and it came from here, and his hand was like this. So I knew that if I dared to push him, he would have choked me. He would have choked me, okay? Or like thrown me on the floor or something, okay? He would have done something to like physically hurt me. So I froze because I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't know how to unchoke myself. Like, how do I throw this over 6 foot man away from me in a crowd where nobody can see what's happening because it's dark, the music is loud. There's people pushing me. There's people pushing me on him even more. Like, nobody can help me. I can't scream. I can't yell. I can't hit. Nobody can fucking help me. I'm alone. I felt so alone. I felt so helpless, and while he's like pre-choking me, with his other arm, of course he had to use his other arm, like that. Now he's quite strong over me because he has both his arms on me, controlling me, right? Brings me. He comes down, okay? So we're at the same eye level now. He comes down to me. Removes his arm. How do I, goes like that. Brings his face into mine. And starts trying to kiss me. At this point, we are nose to nose. I don't know if I'm more horrified or disgusted. At this point, we're nose to nose. Before our lips were able to touch, I managed to maneuver my fists to his abdomen or stomach. I don't know. Somewhere like, here, like just under the rib cage, where if you press, you feel like you can't breathe. Yeah, I maneuvered my fists and my hands into there, and I started like not hitting, like punching, not touching either, but like touch hitting, like trying to make him like kind of breathless so he would panic and then leave me alone. And it worked. It fucking worked, bitch. It worked. And got him off me. I ran away. I ran out, pushed everyone, slammed everyone. I was like, I don't care who the fuck falls on the floor. I don't give a shit. I ran outside. And to my surprise, the people that worked with me wanted me to carry something else to the bar. Just as I was about to breathe. Yeah, so I had to go back. Like literally a minute later, I had to go back. I went back. Carrying whatever the fuck I had to carry. I had to go through the same pots of people because it was the center basically was the least concentrated part of the place inside. Yeah, to go through the center, and there he was right in the center. He was also like very close to the bar, so I couldn't avoid him because I needed to get to the bar, right? I feel like vomiting. Anyways, I go back in, trying to cruise around, trying to go away from this man. What does this man do as he sees me trying to go away from him? He grabs his fucking arm, okay, his left one, ties it around my waist, brings me to him. Like, I trip onto him. Mind you, a club is very slippery, okay? So, yeah. And he starts mumbling some shit in my ear. I don't remember what he was saying. He starts mumbling some shit like, come on, like this was all in my language. And he's like, come on, just this once, I need you. Some things like that he was mumbling. I put the thing on the bar and I turned around and I ran away as fast as I could. And I didn't go back in for a while because I didn't need to help them with anything else. So I went back to doing my job. Eventually, the night quiets. People start leaving. Yeah, we start kind of closing, whatever, closing. And this was just, bear in mind, this was like a really, really horrible shift that we had. We had a lot of people on drugs, causing scenes, a lot of shit was happening. And at some point, I was carrying things from outside to inside and cleaning around or whatever. And I started hearing these people arguing about this guy that they're going to go punch. And I'm just like ignoring them. I'm listening and I'm doing nothing because I'm leaving it up to the people above me, right? I'm not gonna get involved. So yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face. If he dares to bring the police, then so be it. He'll bring them. You know, having a lot of language in my language, they have a lot of air, like they're inflated. I guess the inflated egos. Yeah, that's the metaphor there. Idiom or metaphor. I don't know the difference. Anyways, yeah. Going about my night as usual. This man. Yes, the man. I find him outside. Sorry, I go inside, do something, come back out, and he's right there. Waiting for me. I'm going next to him because I think I was brooming at this point, so I had to go like next to him, and he starts talking to me. And at this point, he can talk to me like properly because the music was down, right? And I was outside, so there's like not too many people. And he starts telling me, he's like, yeah, so those guys want to fight me. And I was like, oh, it's about you. I was like, yeah, it's about me. And I'm like, interesting. Fuck yeah. And he's telling me, he's like, you know that I did nothing wrong. I was like, I know you did nothing wrong. In my head, I'm thinking, like, what the fuck is he on about? You did a lot of wrong things. And he's telling me, like, you know, I did nothing wrong. I was just by myself, chilling. I didn't go harass anyone. I'm like, where are we going with this? And he's telling me, they're claiming that I went to fight somebody. But I didn't fight anyone. I was just alone the whole time. You saw me. You know that you saw me. He's like trying to be all like, oh, but you know better than anyone else. You know, he's trying to sweet talk me. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, you were alone. Okay. Trying to carry on doing my job to make him show him that I'm not interested. Obviously, have his fucking conversation of him victimizing himself. And then he starts telling me, you know, I'm a lawyer. I work not too far from here. And that is when my jaw dropped onto the ground. You know when something shocks you so much that you try to make it less visible to the person that's told you the information, but it's so shocking that you genuinely, like, you masking your reaction still ends up showing your reaction. Yeah. So he saw me going. I was horrified. So he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. And he just goes around sexually assaulting, coercing women. Vulnerable women. Okay? Small women carrying things on the job. Women in vulnerable positions. Yes. He goes around and does these things to people as a lawyer. And that's where the story ends, guys. Yeah. Eventually, what happened after that was I was like, lovely, that's so great. And what saved me was that these guys that were trying to fight him started coming out of the bar and looking at him. So he got scared. And he turned around and... Oh, wait. What happened after he told me he's a lawyer and my jaw dropped? Then he was like, you know, I could punch these fucking people in the face. I don't give a shit about anybody. Like, you know, since I'm a lawyer, I don't, you know, things are kind of on my side usually. But I feel calm when I'm next to you. I don't, bitch. I fucking don't. I was in terror, bitch. Okay. And then the guys come out. He gets scared, a fucking coward. Turns around and he leaves. And eventually I close down and that's that. And after that I felt so horrible. I felt like I'm dirty, okay? You know this feeling after someone assaults you and you just feel like you're fucking dirty. You feel like you're the scum of planet Earth. And I never dressed up again to work. Never. I just wore hoodies and pants. Like, I never ever dressed up again to work. I never, like, did makeup again. I think only once my hair was nice since then, but because I didn't want to make myself pretty at all. I just had this feeling of I want to be as ugly as possible so that this never happens to me again. So yeah, I didn't tell anyone on the job, like I didn't tell anyone there, because I felt like it wasn't gonna be welcomed. I don't know, it wasn't a very welcoming of vulnerability type of place. It really wasn't, like, at all. It's a very suck it up type of place. So I never opened up to anyone about it. And yeah, I was also scared to tell someone on that day, like, while this shit is happening, because I was scared that the person I tell would go and, like, do something to the guy, kick him out, or tell him to stay away from me or whatever. And then the guy would know that I went to tell, and he would come fucking find me. It's a very small country. He will fucking find me if he wants to. So that's why I was too scared to speak up, and I didn't speak up. Like, I just didn't. So yeah, that's my story. And every time I had to go back on that job, I just felt this insane terror that I'm gonna see this man again, or that a similar thing is gonna happen to me, or that, you know, some of the sort. And I felt like I couldn't be safe again. And I think this happened a month ago at this point, and that's crazy because to me it happened yesterday, because it's so in my nervous system that it hasn't dialed down at all. I've tried my best to deal with it, but my body's just in freezing mode. Freeze. Can't do anything. We can't do anything. And I'm losing my shit a little bit, you know. I'm losing my shit a little bit. I'm feeling myself get very aggravated, a bit, like, aggressive physically, because I'm upset that I'm not getting over it. And yeah, that's that. Thanks for listening. Beware, ladies. This might happen to you. I don't know. And I also think it's very valid, if this ever happens to you, that you quit on the fucking spot, no explanation needed. But I'm too much of a coward, and not only am I a coward, but simultaneously I'm a big macho man deep inside. I'm like, nothing phases me, I'm strong, I've been through so much shit. If the heroin didn't kill me, this one wouldn't, you know. I'm that type of person. I've been through so much shit, you know, nothing's gonna phase me. But it does phase you, man. It does phase you, you know. Being exposed to things doesn't make you any less sensitive to your own humanity. So yeah, learn from me. Don't make my mistakes of feeling macho deep inside, where you don't wanna... You end up being a coward because of the feelings of macho-ness that you have. But through being a coward, you do everything to prevent yourself from looking like a coward. I hope you get what I'm trying to put there. So yeah, I'm just a fucking coward, to be honest. And I give people the benefit of the doubt too much. And I don't know if that's the autism, I don't know if that's being a woman, I don't know if it's just the way I was raised, I don't know if it's my genetics. Actually, no, it's definitely not my genetics. I'm the only person in my whole family that's very quiet and over empathetic and a fawn type of, you know. I'm the only person. So no, it's not genetic, actually. Maybe it's the way I was raised. Maybe it's the autism. I don't know. But whatever it is, it needs to stop today. So hopefully I'll get better at that, because I've been trying to work on asserting even stronger boundaries. Yeah. This year was like a boundary year for me. It's middle of December now. Well, it's oh my god, it's like nearly next year already. It's the 20th of December, and I'm still finding more lessons to learn about boundaries. So it's a never-ending battle, guys. Enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna go now and try to eat something. I'm gonna eat my dragon fruit, I think. Either that or I'll cook. I don't know what to eat. I'll figure it out. Anyways, goodbye. I'm gonna go eat now. Thank you for listening. Subscribe if you want. Hopefully there's not gonna be a lot of serious, sensitive videos, because I'm more of a hobby, woo-woo, you know, lighthearted things. Let's fix things and woo. I'm more that type of person, but I think something serious is needed sometimes, and me speaking up about being victimized will not fucking harm anybody. So I'm just gonna say it, and that's it. Bye bye.